Well, for weeks, the US has been maintaining that diplomacy is its preferred path. We have seen peace negotiations taking place between the US and Iran, the end goal being that the US was trying to push Iran into a nuclear deal to scale back its nuclear ambitions and stop its uranium enrichment. The hope was that a deal was very close. Iran's Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi, after Thursday's round of talks in Geneva, sounded very positive, sounded like he was almost on the point of being able to conclude a peaceful solution to those peace negotiations. However, Donald Trump on Friday signalled that he was not happy with the progress of the talks, and clearly Friday night decided to take a further step, carrying out that expected action against Iran, those strikes coming from both the US and Israel targeting military and government personnel inside Iran, the US targeting Iran's nuclear and ballistic missile facilities, all with the aim to obliterate them entirely, in Donald Trump's words. He put out an 8-minute video, posting it to his social media account overnight, shortly after those strikes began, really laying out the case to the American people to explain why he decided that he felt it was necessary to take military action. He suggested it was all about keeping Americans safe, saying that Iran was developing a nuclear weapon, that they would soon have ballistic missiles capable of reaching the United States, and therefore it was, he suggested, in America's best interests that he took military action. He also urged Iranians to rise up against the government, really pushing that idea of regime change and urging them to do what they could. He said that this might be their only chance in generations to topple the government and leadership of Iran. In terms of the reaction here in the United States, Americans woke up to that news Saturday morning, many with concern, because polling in recent weeks has suggested that the majority of Americans have been against military action in the Middle East, but also the majority of Americans saying they are distrustful of President Trump's ability to safely manage the situation. They said they had very little faith in his military judgment on this. But we have seen both Republicans and Democrats praise the president for taking this decisive action. Senator Lindsey Graham, a Trump ally, called it necessary and long justified, while Senator John Fetterman, a Democrat, said that it was right and necessary. However, one Republican who has very much criticised Donald Trump in the past, Tom Massey, said that it was an act of war and it was unauthorized by Congress, because bear in mind the US president did not seek congressional approval to carry out these strikes. But of course, part of the fear is what comes next. Will these strikes lead to a longer, more protracted conflict that sucks in multiple other countries in the region? Iran has already carried out retaliatory strikes against 6 different US military installations in 6 different countries across the Middle East. And some of those countries have now suggested that they have the right to strike back against Iran because their sovereignty was violated by Iran carrying out strikes against them. There is that real fear that we could be heading into a calamitous situation in the Middle East. Donald Trump also saying that this would be a massive and ongoing operation. Unclear at this stage how many days all of this could last, but what is clear, the US president felt it was time to take decisive action, action that many had feared for many weeks, and action that many Americans didn't want to see take place. Nick Harper, SABC News, Washington.